Alright, we are back and welcome everyone to another Gothic 2 returning mod playthrough. This is the New Balance from April, and we left off last time with talking of two of these merchants, and now we're off to see Sarah, which is over here.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. An owner, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Alright, so she tells us we need to go to Akil's farm to actually defend him from the mercenaries. There's something inside of this house, which is Zoras's house, and you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it for somebody called Brahim. You want to just sprint inside and press as many V's as you can, and then go out. And nobody's gonna know that you actually stole something from there. So let's just continue from here. This is Canthar. We're gonna talk to that merchant later. Let's talk to Abuyin right here.
How strange. It seems to me that I have met you before, traveler. Well, great are the mysteries of time and space. Oh, please forgive my rudeness, son of patience. I have not even greeted you yet. Welcome, friend. Take a seat on my humble rugs and enjoy a pipe in peace.
Who are you?
My name is Abuyin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer and a purveyor of tobacco.
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
You have other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco. This apple blend is a symphony from my homeland, the Southern Isles. But, of course, I'm always open to trying a different sort of tobacco. If somebody should succeed in producing a really good tobacco.
How's that done?
Start with my apple tobacco as a basis, and then try combining it with another ingredient. This is done at an alchemist's bench, provided you know the essentials of alchemy.
Where can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom, to do with them whatever you want. If you crave more, then direct your steps towards Zuris, the master of potions. He produces this tobacco, and he sells it too.
Which we just stole from. There was an ink bottle there that we're gonna deliver to Brahim. But besides the apple tobacco, he can also give you a prophecy in each and every act. So make sure you talk to him every time you see him in every act. In each act is gonna be more expensive, but it's worth it just to get the experience. Every experience point counts in this game.
Can you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee. Oh, father of generosity.
How much do you want?
For a paltry 25 coins. I shall risk a glance through time for you. But remember, the future is always uncertain.
Tell me about the future.
All right, seeker of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Orcs. They are guarding an entry, an old tunnel, the Valley of Mines. in shining armor. A magician. Your friend is with them. He is waiting for you. Fire! An attack! A mighty creature. The flames, many shall die. What is that? A city. Ruins. Quarholdron in Jarkandar. I'm sorry. Division is over. There's nothing more I can see.
That's good. It's enough anyway. Get the beer over here. Also talk to this guy.
Эй, не стесняйся, подходи. Лорд Андре расщедрился на несколько бочек бесплатного пива.
Дай мне немного пива.
Конечно, вот, держи. Можно говорить о Хоринисе что угодно. Но наше темное паладинское бесспорно самое лучшее пиво во всей Миртане.
Basically, you can only get one per day. It used to be a bug where you could get a lot of it and then just sell it, get some money, and makes it easier for you. Talk to Rangar, forget to get one more rhetoric point over here.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, as long as the paladins don't have any new assignments for me, I can have myself a couple of beers here. What more could you ask?
You're working for the paladins?
Well, yeah, I report to them on the situation in the city. At the moment, everything is quiet.
And then you ask him if you would like another beer.
Would you like another beer?
There's nothing better than a cool ale.
You were about to say something about the orcs.
Oh, yeah, right. The orcs are absolutely no threat to the city. They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and the pass is held by the paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
And you ask him for another beer.
Would you like another beer?
Well, I won't say no to a decent pint.
You drunkard.
They've even spotted an orc outside of town.
Yeah, right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A real monster of an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city soon. Listen, we'll kick that fat orc in his fat ass if he comes too close to the city. Got it?
I see.
I guess I do. Don't ask him for more beers, you're not gonna get anything more. This is Rengaru, the guy that stole from Jora. And he's just gonna run away.
Jora says you've got his money.
Damn it, I'm out of here.
It's funny that he makes a U-turn and then he goes up the stairs. And we're gonna go after him as soon as we talk to Lord Andre. There he is.
Inos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
So let's first talk about the criminal, which is Canthar.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to Onar.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Inos.
The Eye of Inos. I have never heard of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the highest members of our order would know anything about it. In any case.
That's why I have to talk to Lord Hagen himself.
Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Khorinis. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, it would be best if you avoid a fight. You should rather come to me and report. I shall then see to it that the fellow winds up behind bars. The city guard could intervene in an open battle, and you would not have the opportunity of explaining to them what is going on. Furthermore, there is a bounty for every rotten apple you put behind bars. However, if you locate the leader's hideout, well, then you probably won't be able to avoid a fight.
Well, we're joining the Thieves Guild because it benefits us more than if we just, you know, give them away to Lord Andre. And Rangar is right over here.
Gotcha!
Hey, what do you want from me?
You stole from Jora in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that you had better hand over Jora's gold now.
Here's the dough, man! But now let me go! I'll never do it again!
I should turn you into the militia.
What else do you want? I've got nothing left. Let me go, man!
Get lost, and don't show your face around here again.
Oh, you won't regret this. Thanks, man.
Sounds like a typical hillbilly. Since we got those two things out of the way, now we can get our rewards. Basically, from Sarah, we're gonna get a weapon, which will be used to finish a quest for a pirate called Skip.
Ah, there you are again.
Where will I find
Oh shit, I already
If
picked up.
it-
I already picked up that conversation.
Canthar was trying to trick you and to get your booth for himself, but I've turned him over to the city guard.
Then you've made an enemy of a dangerous man. I've known the bastard for a long time, and he's always wanted my place for himself. Take this weapon as a token of my gratitude.
Thank you, Sarah. And of course, Jora.
Really? How interesting.
There we go.
Hey, what about my money?
About the thief.
Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
He got away from me.
And what about my gold? Did he get away with it?
Here's the 50 gold pieces he stole from you.
Inos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
That means we can now leave and continue our adventure down the hill. So since Abuyin wants you to make an apple tobacco blend with something, there is a piece of honey right here, and you can mix that once you get the basics of alchemy getting down. But I think you can do it even without the basics. Now, this is normally not here in the gold edition. There's even a huge statue over here, which is magnificent. I think that's like the Dragon Slayer sword. I'm not entirely sure. Inos, by my honor and my honor, my life, Lord, my lord. Very cool. By continuing to this warehouse, we're gonna get rid of two people that have no business doing here. Let's first drink a mana essence potion and get our fireball. Since there's two opponents, we're gonna use number five as a fireball first, and then we're gonna switch to fire arrow and then the same for the other guy. Let's try this. Actually, let me just save just in case. There we go. 13. Boom.
Just you wait, you son of a bitch.
Now for this guy, back to fire arrow.
And now for some.
Wow, he took almost all of our health. Insane. But doesn't matter because we're not finding anything anymore anyway. So he gives us a key and a package of grass that we're gonna deliver to a guy on owner's farm. There is a lot of gold in here, which is gonna come in handy, as well as a statue of Venus and a piece of mercury, which can be used to craft weapons and such. Alrighty then, let's go talk to our good old friend Jack, the sailor here.
Ahoy, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man, I went to sea and rode through many a big storm. No big deal, not at all. But that old tower came closest to what I call a home. I haven't been up there in ages.
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get closer to it than 20 feet. Really bad rabble, that. They're criminals from the Valley of Mines, you know. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere, even in my lighthouse. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they can raid. Ah, let them. Then at least they'd be out of my tower.
Нет, я говорю о том, что находится на суше, на высоком склоне, недалеко от города. А тот, что в море, это старый маяк. Его уже давно никто не использует. Люди боятся туда ходить. Говорят, что там водятся призраки. Говорю, как есть. Одного призрака я сам лично видел. Давно, правда. Лет 10 назад. Я точно не знаю, что там произошло. Но люди говорят, что тот маяк проклят. А за что и почему, никто не знает.
He's actually the guy that killed the caretaker of the lighthouse, and we'll find out much later in the game. We need 40 rhetoric to actually finish that quest, and it's the lighthouse that you can actually see behind Jack.
Do you come to town often?
I always say a town is only as good as its harbor. A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets and where everything starts. Once the harbor goes to the dogs, the rest of the city will follow soon.
А что ты знаешь про пиратов?
Ну, все пираты — это отъявленные головорезы, воры и негодяи. Правда, за жестокостью и бесчеловечностью, с коими они грабят и топят суда, порой скрывается нечто теплое и душевное. Например, чтобы хоть как-то скоротать время и развлечься в перерывах между грабежами, они сочиняют стихи и песни, и зачастую у них получаются действительно неплохие вещи. Хочешь послушать?
So basically he gives you a poem that you can hear. I already heard it a million times, and it's in Russian. It's not bad for Russian, but I'm gonna skip it this time. In case you wanna hear it, go ahead.
Я бы не отказался.
Тогда, ну вот,
And you have to choose This Was Spectacular to get a few experience points.
Это было прекрасно.
Я знал, что тебе понравится. Это же ведь настоящая пиратская романтика.
Послушай, а ты сам часом не пират?
Кто, я? Нет, что ты. Я просто старый моряк. И всего-то.
Ну да, конечно.
That's all we need from Jack. Now let's continue down this path and take a left turn right here. talk to Garvell and ask him what's he doing here.
What are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can. But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around everywhere? Why do you think they're here? I tell you, they're here because the orcs will attack soon, and that won't be pretty.
Can I help you somehow?
Yes, you can. Find out what the paladins are planning. I want to know why they're here. And I have to know if the orcs will attack and how far from the city they are. One of the bastards was even seen outside the city. Just bring me all the information you can get. I need to know how much time I have left to finish the boat.
Really, we already have some information.
I've got some information about.
So where they gonna
Let's
hit?
hear it.
They're stuck
Sorry
in the
for my
Valley of
English.
Mines, and it looks like they're going to stay there. To be on the safe side, the paladins are guarding the pass.
Good. If you find out more, let me know.
That's where we are already giving the information now, so we get as much experience as we
As to
can.
that orc outside of town,
And 250
Yes?
experience for the
don't
beginning
worry about
is
him.
not
The
bad.
city guard is going to take care of him.
Good. If you find out more, let me know.
Then you can also ask him,
What's going on at the harbor?
The orcs are breathing down our necks and you're asking about the harbor?
I only wanted to.
The biggest problem we have is that there aren't enough ships in the harbor to get us out of here. To be honest, there's only one ship here, and that belongs to the paladins. They certainly won't let us get out of here with that.
Why can't you finish your ship?
Oh, we have thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of boards. But I have hardly any gold left to buy new material with, and the last delivery had bugs in it. My boys don't work productively. One wants a fast ship above all else, the other one is worried about the figurehead. As if we didn't have more important things to do. Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work anymore. I'm beginning to fear that this will delay the construction even more.
You're one worker short?
Yes, his name is Monty. He's vanished into thin air. That lazy pig is probably living the high life on a farm somewhere. I should never have paid him in advance.
When was the last time you saw Monty?
He hasn't bothered to show up for work for at least 2 days.
I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
Just what I'm saying. That's where the evil starts. Farim, the fisherman, told me something similar. His buddy William is no longer around. I bet that the orcs are behind all this.
it's not the orcs, it's actually the bandits.
Where can I find this Farim?
He's a fisherman. I think that his hut is near the provision store of the paladins, but I don't know for sure.
Я могу помочь ускорить строительство корабля?
Да, мне бы не помешали новые инструменты. Скажем, 2 молотка и новая пила пришлись бы кстати. Кроме того, у нас закончилась смола, которой мы обычно смазываем швы у корабля. Так что если сможешь достать для меня все эти вещи, я был бы тебе крайне признателен.
Ладно, я поищу их для тебя.
Alright, that's it from Garvell. He needs, of course, 2 saws and a hammer, which would be very handy. You can get it from over there, that dock where Martin is standing. He's not standing anymore by that tree up there. He's actually down here, the provisions master.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
And this is our good old friends, Lares.
Hey Lares, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed.
Он и его парни сейчас на ферме Анар.
He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
Vatras sent me. He told me to come to you when I needed help.
So you've already been to see Vatras?
You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
I need your help.
And what exactly were you think?
I need a better weapon.
There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Have you tried the marketplace?
What about some better armor?
Mateo sells armor, but he'll probably charge you an arm and a leg for it. There is a way you could get it cheaper, though, if you don't mind pulling a fast one on the militia.
What do you mean?
There's a storage area next to Mateo's house, but all the merchandise has been confiscated by the militia. Go to Zurus at the marketplace and get yourself a sleeping spell. Then you send the guards off to Dreamland. I'm sure you'll find some decent armor among Mateo's stock.
I need some money.
Don't we all? Sorry, but I have none to give you. But Lamar, the moneylender, still owes me a favor. Go to him and borrow whatever money you need. I'll take care of the rest. You'll find Lamar in the Harbor District, where it borders on the lower part of town.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
I can take the ornament there for you.
I think I had better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
I must talk to the paladins by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
Do you know why the paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join League. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
We prefer the Fire Magicians.
The Fire Magicians?
I bet Vatras didn't foresee that, or he wouldn't have sent you to me. Joining the monastery is expensive. Those boys won't even let you in unless you pay them a tribute. And the only one who could do anything about that is Vatras himself. You had better talk to him again about this.
Guess we will, man.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages give me. Some of the missing people were fishermen. They disappeared along with their boats. That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet, but you could help me. Listen, I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to the Ring of Water. If you wear my ring, the rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf. Get someone to take over my duties so that I can take the ornament back. One of us is always keeping an eye on the marketplace, but I don't know whose turn it is. You had better go talk to all those standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
Basically, if you want to join the Water Mages as a mage, you have to first join the Ring of Water, and then in Act 2, you can actually join the Water Mages. It takes forever, but in the all end, it's sort of worth it if you like instant spells. With Fire Mages, it takes longer to build up and do some serious damage, but I like it more because it has burning damage and all that.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But Unlike the Paladins, we operate in the background. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that threaten the people of Khorinis. But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong to the Ring of Water. So keep this to yourself.
Sure.
Do you know anything about a thieves' guild in town?
The questions you ask.
Of course, there's a thieves' guild here, just like in every big city, and every petty pickpocket or fence is probably connected to it somehow.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
And we need dexterity here.
Teach me something.
If anything, it's better to have dexterity now to start pickpocketing and opening chests than to build it up later. So we're gonna go up to 30, 40, not sure yet. See how much money we have left after this. Actually, we should save some money in case we go into the
more dexterous.
And we get into the town. We're gonna need some money. I think we're all about at, yeah, we're at 73. We couldn't even upgrade if you wanted to. And here we're gonna talk to, oh, Cardiff, yeah. Hello.
How are things?
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
Forget it. I'll get my information elsewhere.
All right. I'll go down to 7.
Basically, we get another rhetoric point here if you disagree to how much he wants.
No, I don't need your information that bad.
Hey, wait. All right, 5 gold pieces. But that's my final offer.
Cool.
Why couldn't you say that right away?
Oh, I'm simply out of shape. But whatever. It's a deal.
I need information. Where can I find work?
You're not likely to find work down here at the harbor. You need to go to the craftsman in the lower part of town for that. But if you wield a decent blade, you could go challenge Ulrich. He fights for gold behind the warehouse.
Is there any special work to be had around here where I could make some quick money?
Something special, you say? Go talk to Nagur then. Maybe he can help you.
And those are the only 2 things you need to ask, because there's nothing else needed here for you to know. Let's go back and ask if there's anything else we can do for him.
Есть работа.
Мне сейчас нужен какой-нибудь человек на место вышибалы в моей таверне. Я, конечно, понимаю, что работа довольно пыльная, но за это я и плачу довольно хорошие деньги. Гайверн, безусловно, парень то, что надо, но бывают случаи, что и ему не помешала бы помощь. Хотя, судя по твоему виду, тебя трудно назвать крепким парнем.
Что мне нужно сделать, чтобы убедить тебя в обратном?
Хороший вопрос. Ну, хотя бы... Скажи, ты видел парня, что стоит у входа в мою таверну?
Да, видел. Кажется, его зовут Мо.
Этот амбал требует плату со всех, кто пытается сюда зайти. И это не очень хорошо сказывается на репутации моего заведения. Вот я и подумал, что если ты сможешь проучить этого засранца, надрав ему задницу, то я без вопросов возьму тебя к себе на работу.
Я посмотрю, что можно сделать.
И еще, передай ему, что если я еще раз увижу его рядом со своей таверной, ему достанется еще больше. Если, конечно, у тебя вообще это получится сделать. В чем я очень сомневаюсь.
Cool, now we go talk to Nagur and he's gonna give us a quest.
Cardiff says you may have a job for me.
Well, well. So you're looking for a special job. Okay. But we play by my rules, understood?
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get a third of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's no job.
And you ask him for 50-50, you get another rhetoric point.
We're business partners, so it's 50-50.
Okay. I thought I'd give it a shot. Of course, we'll split our profits fairly.
All right, what's your plan?
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you talk to him. This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil's farm. That is, he had a messenger. Until I cut his throat. And now Baltram has to get a new one, and that will be you. Your job is to get hired by Baltram and fetch the delivery from Akil. You bring it to me, and then I'll set it on to an interested customer. He'll fork over a tidy little sum for it. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself. Have you got all that?
That's all.
Well then, I'm all set.
Good. Then get on your way. But if you try to cheat me, you'll soon be every bit as dead as the messenger. Don't forget.
Cool. Get out of here. In this particular case, I would go to see the pirate, just because it's not dark yet, and by the time we get back, it's gonna be sleeping time. You might wanna avoid using too much stamina, because once you get into the water and your stamina reaches 0, you're gonna stop swimming and you are going to die. Drowning. Okay, cool. We're also here to pick up some gabber clams and seashells. And we can now easily kill the goblins with 40 dexterity, which is awesome. There should be another one behind there. Let's see. Yeah, it's right there. Cool. I love the aim of the bow instead of auto aim. It's much better, much more immersive. There's a few gold coins here. I might pick that up as well. Okay, let's see if there's any more gapper clams. We need about total with seashells, of course, to get the quest done for Halvor, which is he is standing in the harbor district. Now, before we talk to Skip, we're also gonna kill that little goblin over there. Let me just save one more time. The gapper climber over here. Okay, let's see. We can hit him from this side. Yeah, we can hit him. Boom. Ah, man. What a waste of arrows, but it is what it is. Okay, is there anything else here? Oh, another seashell, wonderful. And inside here we have 5 pieces of coal, which is also meant for another quest for Carl the Blacksmith. All of those quests are correlated to actually getting into the upper quarter and becoming a citizen. So yeah. Let's see. Cool. I think that's about it from this area. Now let's go talk to Skip.
There you are at last. I've been waiting here for hours. Just a moment. You're not a merchant from town, are you? Where is Baltram?
Baltram? You're waiting for a merchant?
Smart kid, aren't you? That's what I just said, isn't it? That good-for-nothing junk merchant seems to have forgotten me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Who are you?
I don't see how that's any of your business. But if you must know, my name is Skip. Does that ring a bell?
Who?
Are you telling me you've never heard of Skip? Holy shit! Where do you live? I'm one of Khorinis' most wanted criminals. Me and my boys have been the scourge of the waters around this crummy island for years. Come on, you must have heard of me.
Should I know you?
Mind that mouth of yours, lad. Or old Skip will give you what for.
Where do you come from?
You want to know where our hideout is? If I tell you that, I might as well invite the militia to arrest me. And in case you would like to pay us a visit, it wouldn't help you in the least. The island of Khorinis is large, and no one ever gets to where we are anyway, unless they have a cog or some other ship. And then you'd have to find your way through the cliffs as well. Nobody gets through there unless they know the secret path. There are only 2 people who know the path, and you're not one of them.
A lot of citizens are missing, and everything seems to indicate that you're not quite innocent in the matter.
Damn it. It's not what you think it is. Do I look like a slave trader to you? No, I only transport goods. What they are and where they come from is no concern of mine. We have shipped all kinds of things for those swine. First, it was just regular stuff. Well, sometimes it may have been contraband. But then they started to kidnap the inhabitants of the city. No idea what they're planning to do with them. All we did was ferry them across.
Who are you talking about?
The bandits, of course. Who else? The filthy scum who are making themselves at home all over the island. And not just here, around Khorinis.
Just bandits isn't good enough for me. I want a name.
A name? You want to know who's leading the bandits? Damn it! What was that bastard's name again? I just can't recall his name. Even if it wasn't all that complicated. But I can show you where to find the boss of the gang in this part of Khorinis. Have you got a decent map?
No.
Then I guess I'll have to give you a description. There's a very big farm far to the east. The farmer's name is Onar, I think. He's got some fairly large fields. To the south of those fields, there's a small fortress on a high cliff. That's where you'll find your man. I remember his name now. Dexter. Yes, I think they called him Dexter.
Ты выглядишь мрачнее тучи.
Есть от чего, приятель.
Что, какие-то проблемы?
Просто все дело в моем оружии.
А что с ним не так?
Да ты сам взгляни. Разве этот ржавый кусок железа можно назвать оружием?
Да, пожалуй, я соглашусь с тобой.
Вот и я о том же. Так уж случилось, что моя старая пиратская сабля не сдюжила во время последнего боя. Вот и пришлось вооружаться тем, что первое под руку попадет. Отыскал здесь вот эту ржавую железку. Откровенно говоря, даже не знаю, как с ней обращаться. Такое чувство, что при первом же выпаде она треснет, как мачта корабля.
А почему бы тебе не найти другое оружие?
Идея, конечно, хорошая. Вот только в город к торговцам мне не сунутся. А приличное оружие просто так на дороге не валяется. Тем более пиратские сабли.
Да, это действительно проблема. У меня есть для тебя сабля.
Ты шутишь?
Нет, конечно. Вот, держи свою новую подругу.
Ну, спасибо, приятель. Вот это другое дело. Настоящее оружие для настоящего пирата. За такой щедрый подарок и самого дорогого не жалко. Так что возьми эту бутылку рома. Такого ты нигде не отыщешь, уж поверь мне.
Темнеет.
Alright. That's mostly what we can do. There's a locked chest here. If you already have lockpicking unlocked, you could do lockpick it, but so far we can't, so we're gonna have to come back once we do. And I think there's like 250 gold in there, which is not too bad. Let's pick all of these and chest, and since it's already late, let's get a sleep and sleep for 10 hours and then another extra one, so it's bright and sunny. And we also get some health back. Cool, cool, cool. The easiest way to get back here is quite simple. It's not like in the original Gothic Gold. Oh, my character disappeared. If ever that happens, just resave the game. See, 18. And your character should reappear again. There you go. Sometimes it's buggy, but it's understandable. It's an old game. Okay, you go around this rock. You go right to the edge over here. Make sure you don't fall down. And then you just jump up. And jump up again. And I think there's a few things on those roofs, but I'm not quite sure. Depends on which roof you're looking at. And I think on certain roofs there's something, but in Gothic 2 Gold there was something on almost every roof. Here, not the case now. Alright. Let's go over here and we're gonna meet our good old friend Brahim. That used to be on the other side, but now he lives up here, up these stairs. And then, see, we can go inside. He's still sleeping, but that's okay.
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
Well, there's no point of taking it because the whole map is now different.
А тебе никакая помощь не нужна?
Хорошо, что спросил. Еще как нужна.
Тогда выкладывай. В чем дело?
Да, понимаешь, недавно я получил заказ на карту всего этого острова. Покупатель платит очень приличную сумму за нее. Почти 5000 золотых. А у меня, как оказалось, закончились чернила, чтобы подписать ее. Вот теперь сижу и гадаю, где мне их отыскать?
А купить их не пробовал?
В этой части города такие вещи не продаются, а в верхний квартал меня не пускают.
Понимаю. Ладно, попробую их для тебя достать. Кстати, а что за человек так щедро платит за твою карту?
По правде говоря, никогда его раньше тут не видел. Кажется, его зовут то ли Гуалес, то ли Гонслес. В общем, я так и не запомнил его имени.
Oh, here's the ink.
Вот твои чернила.
Благодарю тебя. Ты меня просто выручил. Теперь я наконец-то закончу эту карту и получу огромную кучу золота.
А мне что-нибудь
К сожалению, у меня сейчас нет для тебя ничего ценного. Хотя, постой. Вот, возьми эту бумагу. Она вовсе не такая простая, как кажется на первый взгляд. С ее помощью можно делать магические свитки. Но большего у меня ничего нет.
Ладно, сойдет и это.
So the paper he just gave you was basically to make magic scrolls, the ones you normally pick up. Yes, you can learn that too. The problem is you can only get a pen for actually doing them in Act 2, so you cannot make any before Act 2. Alright, let's go over here.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay, and this guy's here. Lares is over there. And this guy, we're just gonna skip the conversation. He just invites you into this whorehouse, literally. It's like synonym to the Red District in the Netherlands.
Hey, you! Where you going? You're right in front
The
of
Red
the
Lantern.
Earl of Khorinis.
Thank you.
Кто ты? Я Борка. Работаю зазывалой.
Думаю, нет.
Тогда либо в...
Let's go. And talk to Bromor.
Are you the one who runs this place?
I am Bromor, this is my house, and these are my girls. I like my girls. And if you like my girls too, then you'll pay for it, 50 gold pieces. And don't get the idea of making trouble here.
Are all your girls accounted for?
Of course they are. Or do you think I want to go to jail over something like that?
I wasn't asking about your payroll. I mean, are they all present? Or have any gone missing?
Oh yeah. Actually, one of my girls has up and left. Her name's Lucia. I reported it to the militia too, but they claim they haven't found a trace of her yet.
How long has Lucia been missing?
Several days. I don't know exactly how long. I assume she ran off with one of her suitors, eh? That bitch made off with part of my savings, a really valuable golden dish, eh? If I get hold of her, I'll give her what for. So how is that any business of yours, huh? Do you want to have fun or not?
No, we don't want any fun, not yet. Honestly, I don't know where that accent is from. It's very interesting. Now this is Halvor. We were picking some seashells and gapper clams for him, and we should have enough to actually finish the quest. We picked quite a few. Let's see. Oyster, 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 oyster. Sometimes you even get a black pearl, which is rare, but it happens. I'm not sure if it depends on the randomness or the... I think it's random though. Yeah, since we didn't get anything this time. This is a knife, ladder, and the figurine in us. Okay, cool. Let's talk to him and finish that quest.
You need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
У тебя есть для меня работенка?
Да, думаю, найдется. Мне как раз сейчас понадобились устрицы. Этот деликатес люди охотно тут разбирают. Так что, если хочешь помочь, сходи на пляж и набери их с десяток. Правда, много золота я за них не обещаю, но в долгу не останусь.
Договорились.
Cool.
Вот твои устрицы.
Хорошо. За каждую из них я дам тебе 5 золотых. Итого 50.
Вполне.
Can you tell me something about those missing people?
Missing people? This is a harbor, pal. Things like that are bound to happen. The sea is treacherous and bound to claim a life now and then. Captains of large vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Khorinis to complete their cruise. And if they don't find any volunteers, some people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
Alright, cool. Next up, and last for today, we're gonna go down this path to the fisherman Farim. We're gonna ask about his little buddy called William. And we'll see if we have enough time to talk to Martin as well, but I doubt it. So here is Farim's little fishing base, we call it. Let's pick everything up from the ground, even though he's already poor. Metal knotweed for the alchemist's bench. Let's see if there's any fish. There should be. There's 1, 2. It's kind of cute. Alright, Farim, let's talk to you.
You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that?
The sarcasm.
Can't you simply leave me alone? Don't take it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
Trouble with the militia?
Those bastards keep coming here and taking whatever they want. Last week, they made off with my entire catch. It's for a good cause, they said. I know that everybody's got to fend for himself since the farmers have stopped trading. And, of course, sometimes people just go hungry. Small wonder that they're snatching the fish from right under my nose. But if they keep doing this, I won't even have enough to feed myself.
Have you talked to the paladins about this?
Are you joking? Do you really think they'd be interested if a poor devil like me has his problems with the militia?
Maybe I can help you.
I don't know. I suppose you'd have to know somebody from the militia who has connections to the paladins. The paladins will hardly buy the fish from me.
Я посмотрю, что можно сделать.
Can you tell me something about the missing people?
My friend William started hanging out with a bunch of shady characters. And where did it get him? One day he simply didn't show up for work. And that's the last we saw of him.
Your buddy William has disappeared?
So he has. He's a fisherman, but a little too big for his boots, I should add. He should have stayed well away from that bunch.
When did you last see him?
Only a few days ago.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
That's not very likely. His boat is still moored in the harbor.
What's he been up to?
William had some shady dealings with those crooks. I think it was all about contraband that he sold to the bastards.
He'll surface again.
I don't think so. He's been gone for too long already. I'm afraid that I'll be dragging his body from the sea at some point.
What bastards would those be?
I only know the place where they met up with William. I just happened to see William there when I was fishing in the bay.
Where exactly is that meeting place?
There's a bay opposite the harbor, north of here. You can only reach it by boat or swim. There's a beach there, and a small fishing camp. That's where I saw them.
And that's where we've been.
I've heard enough.
Spare yourself the effort. I don't believe you'll find him.
Oh, we will. Eventually. Alright, let's go see Martin. Brought meat there. Cool. Always good to have some extra stuff. So Martin used to be up here by these paladins. He's not there anymore. We go down here instead. Take a right. And on the left we should see him right there. I think he has different armor. Yes. Yeah, he does.
Hey, you have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
What's up here then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins. I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here, so keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop them off.
Can you sell me any of the paladin stuff?
You want to buy? Let's say that if you could compensate me for the trouble that will arise from the paladin's things wandering off, then we might be able to do business.
Does that happen often? Things going astray?
As long as the provisions master says that everything is right, no.
I see.
Ты можешь мне помочь в одном дельце?
Смотря в чем оно заключается.
У трактирщика Карагона большие проблемы из-за того, что Вирт по приказу паладинов раздает бесплатное пиво. Он теряет клиентов, а значит и свой доход. Смекаешь, к чему я клоню?
Ну, допустим, и что?
Ты можешь как-то повлиять на эту ситуацию?
Приказ паладинов может отменить только лорд Хаген или же лорд Андре. Мне это не под силу.
Неужели ничего нельзя сделать?
Ну, все зависит от того, что ты можешь предложить мне взамен.
2 бочки превосходнейшего пива тебя устроит?
Да, это весьма интересное предложение. Значит, говоришь, это Вирт раздает пиво на городской площади?
Он самый.
Хорошо. Дай мне некоторое время, примерно 1 день, и я улажу проблему Карагона. А потом я жду свое пиво. Не забудь о нем.
Конечно.
That's the quest we got in the previous episode, with Karaghan not having any visitors, so Martin solves that out, and you just have to wait a day. And now for the fisherman, Farim.
Farim the fisherman has problems with the militia. The boys are constantly stealing from him.
And what do I have to do with it?
You have a certain amount of influence up here with the paladins. Farim needs your protection. He's willing to give you a part of his catch for it.
I see what you mean. Fish. As if I didn't have enough crap to deal with. Tell your pal he should come to me and tell me exactly what's up with the militia. I'll take care of it.
You're looking for the man who is selling weapons to the bandits?
Says who?
Says Vatras.
Oh. What do you know about it?
Not much, but I could find out more.
Ah, is that so?
Tell me, what do you know about the weapons dealer?
Listen, we know that an influential citizen in the upper quarter must be behind it, and some of the weapons are even supposed to have come from the militia's supplies. We still don't know exactly who's behind it. If you have enough guts to take on a group of at least 5 bandits, maybe you can find out.
What about the bandits?
We know that the bandits are currently blockading the roads that connect the farmers to the city. Besides that, I know that there must have been a weapons delivery in the last few days. Maybe some clues to uncover the weapons dealer can be found with the bandits.
That's it. We're ending over here with a nice view of the harbor bay. Thank you guys for joining me today, and if you like the content, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next part.